My name is Dave. You're in our garage here at NTD Racing and you're looking at HONCHO, which is our budget 1978 Jeep J10 race truck, which we just got done racing at the Baja 1000. What do I mean by budget? We built this entire truck in about 10 months for the Baja 1000 and we spent less than $20,000. To give you an example, all the lights that are on this truck cost me about $325. Now if you go online and look at literally the premier light producer out there, each individual light's going to cost you about $600. So the willingness to go out there and try other things and do it yourself is going to save you a lot of money, and that's why we can build this truck for that cost. So what is this video all about? Last year after finishing this truck, we made it almost a mile 300, and then our race was over after we wrecked the vehicle, and you can see that in the last video. This year, our plan is to make it all the way to the finish line, but there are a couple things that I thought we needed to do different to get there. So I broke that down into 4 things that I needed to do to make it better for the drivers in the truck. The first thing was driver visibility. So the first thing we're going to do is raise the seat so the driver has an easier time looking over the hood of HONCHO. One of our other big problems was lighting, and it wasn't that we didn't have a lot of lighting. The light bar provided a lot of light, but the problem was that it illuminated the hood and it made it difficult to see well beyond the hood and down the road to see what obstacles were coming up. To fix that, we're going to use that light bar over the top of the truck just as a backup, and then these lights that are down below the hood line, we're going to use those primarily during the race at night. The third thing is pre-running. The first time our drivers and navigators saw the obstacles on the course was when they were out there racing. This time we're going to be out there at least a couple days prior. Each team will pre-race their section before they get into the race truck. And finally, I think the biggest game changer is driver training, getting guys into the seat, getting used to driving the truck. You have to completely recalibrate what you think a truck can do when you get into HONCHO. The long travel suspension will take bumps and obstacles at speed that you just don't think are possible until you actually get into the truck and practice them. That's what we're doing. We're heading out to the Anza Desert, out to Ocotillo Wells. We're going to test the truck and start to see what HONCHO can do. So during this episode, if you see something that you think is cool and you're interested in seeing what happens to the NTD race team as we're getting ready for the Vegas to Reno and also the Baja 1000, then please consider hitting the like and subscribe button below, ringing the bell for notifications, and maybe even leaving a comment. Let's go ahead and get out to the desert. It is definitely hard to put into words how cool it is to have the truck out in the desert and be driving it, you know, really in a non-race type situation. There's no stress. We're just getting out there and really shaking down the truck after we did the big repair to that front right suspension. So we're just out here having a good time, and we're not trying to break the truck. This is really part 1 of a 3 event training day. We're just kind of out here looking for places to drive. We're gonna go out to Superstition and drive in a couple weeks, and then we have the whole team coming out, and we're gonna do a lot of driving in April. So there are a couple things that we are getting prepared for so that when everybody shows up, we're ready to do some specific training, which definitely would have made our experience at the Baja 1000 better. So things that we need to be good at before we go to the next race is, one is just having a good feel for the truck, knowing the dimensions of the truck. Where are your tires? What do you want to hit, and where do you want to put bumps and obstacles while you're going over those things? How do you drive the truck when you're in loose soil, and how do you drive the truck when you're going over whoops? Those are things that we need to get really good at, and that's what driver training will do. And then between the driver and the navigator, you know, what does the navigator see? How does the navigator communicate that to the driver? Especially when you're going over blind turns, and then this happened all the time at the Baja 1000, is when you're going over blind hills. If you don't know what is on the other side, it is just terrifying. You'll see that a couple times here while we're at Ocotillo Wells. Just going over hills is crazy. You see nothing, and you just dump over. It's like turn left or turn right. And we need to know those things, and some of those things will be hashed out when we start doing pre-running. But with that, let's just go ahead and watch just the raw footage. You can check out what we're doing. Not taking it too rough, but just getting some good sightseeing and a little bit of driving, getting to know HONCHO a little better. Here you go.
Everything is hot.
That was nice.
Dude, what a blast, man. That was so much fun.
All right, we're starting out with some baby steps, learn how to drive the truck without breaking it. The next time we're going out to Superstition Mountain and we're gonna try to break the truck. So stay tuned for that. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. We'll see you on the future episodes. Take care of yourself.